Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1. Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports. Nothing but pure sports. This is the JP Show.
JP, it is so good to hear you back on the air.
Stand by. Now, here's JP.
Oh, boy. Oh, my. Sometimes you don't have to read between the lines. They just put out one of those, those flying things that go through there. What the hell? The flying banners? There's a name for these, and I can't.
Flying banner? Like the airplane thing?
Behind an airplane, yeah. Sometimes you don't have to read between the lines when they make moves. They put out and they fly it over the stadium.
Skywriting. Let's call it skywriting.
We suck. We got no fire. Nobody can set the edge. Nobody wants to hit anybody. Nobody wants to knock somebody's D in the dirt. We got to go find a 75-year-old dude that did it one time and bring him back. That's how bad we are. That's how bad we are. Welcome to the JP Peterson Show. A day, December 9th, that will live in infamy.
Oh, don't go there. I knew that was coming. What are you doing?
The day we decided
What are you doing?
to bring back JPP. Wow. That's how bad it's gotten.
How's that going to work out for everybody?
Good morning, IndyCarTim. How are you, my friend?
You know what, JP? It is a glorious, glorious Tuesday here in Dallas.
Isn't it, though?
Because of the events that transpired at SoFi Stadium last night.
Oh, yeah.
And all the news I am getting this morning out of Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah.
As that city has turned in the worst possible way on their miserable excuse for a quarterback, and it's finally happening. They are done.
What a Super Bowl. He
Nope,
was
doesn't
the
matter.
MVP of the Super Bowl.
He has been the worst quarterback in the league in the last 5 weeks, and they're finally realizing it.
It's just a phase.
Nope, they are done, man. And it is so funny hearing them complain.
It's just they'll be back.
You know what the funniest part of last night was? I know we're not getting into Monday Night Football talk, but it was the best part of last night was seeing Jalen Hurts responsible for 2 turnovers on the same play. I laughed so hard. My kids came running into the media room like, "What are you laughing at?" And I'm like, "Watch." Of course, they didn't understand what's happening.
Watch this. Where are we going to watch? The Bucs lose to the Saints? How funny is it? No, it's funnier than that.
My kids are Saints fans, JP. They know better.
Oh, sorry.
They had a good Sunday.
You know, I love the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I love the people over there that work for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brian Ford, Todd Bowles is just one hell of a dude. A great guy. So many of the players love him. Baker, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. I mean, these are all men I admire so much. I admire them. So I would want them to marry my daughter. That's how much I think of all these men. They are, and boy, I wish they'd be a son-in-law. That'd be great.
You couldn't handle that.
Let me introduce you to my daughter, Shay.
You couldn't handle that.
Who I'm going to see this weekend. I'm so excited to Nashville.
Oh, nice.
Nice. See the snow, the Christmas snow.
You can't get her out of Nashville, though. I mean,
she's coming to Tampa, but I just had to get a quick trip up there. I miss her too much. But yes, I think so highly of all these men and this organization. By the way, TJ Rives is going to join us at 10:15 here. I think so highly of all of them. So to criticize them brings me pain. It does bring me pain, but it is my job. It is my job. And I feel betrayed. And I think some fans feel betrayed. And it's not for, they're trying. I don't think they're trying real hard, but they're trying. They're trying. Giving an effort a little bit. But this is a disaster. This is a freaking train wreck. 5-1, you come out the gate? 5-1? You're beating the Texans. Going on the road. Let them score. We'll come back and score. That's how cocky we are. That's how good we are. Man, we're going to go with Seattle and hang 38 on those Jags. Yeah. We can play. 49ers, come on. Get you some. Frisco. 30-19. Get out of here. The freaking Bucs. Now, the Saints, the 2-10 Saints, your bitter rivals, come in here and bitch slap you. Tyler Shook running around like he's Michael Vick, like he's Archie Manning. Put
the number 8 on him.
Yeah, that's what I thought I saw. For those of you who don't know who Archie Manning was, go look something. That dude was untackleable. Couldn't get him. So wait, Michael Vick couldn't do it. And you wonder how unathletic Peyton and Eli are. It's crazy. This guy was, but Tyler Shook didn't have my mom running for 34-yard touchdowns, 16-yard touchdowns, escaping half your defense, outrunning everybody, outrunning your defense. Tyler effing Shook, damn near on Medicare, 26-year-old rookie, running away from guys. That's bad. That is bad. You're dropping wide open passes and we're going to tie the game. Oh, yeah. Drop that one. And I love the people like, oh, Baker, that's a terrible throw. It's the easiest catch you can make where your hands are just above your head. It doesn't come any easier than that. Bucs can't make that play. T.I. Jones ball falls right in your freaking lap. Here, we're going to hand you the game because we're the Saints. That's what we do. Here you go. Oh, you don't want it either. Are you tanking for a draft pick too? I thought that's what we were doing. You can't catch us. We're 2-10. You tanking? Sure looks like you're tanking for a draft pick. No? Oh, okay. Thought you were. I thought we really screwed up today. We had the number 1 pick in the bag, and then we went and won a game. Thankfully, the Titans were dumb, too. Yeah, we tried to hand it to you, but nah. You didn't want to take it. And now comes the coup de grace. On a short week. We usually don't even have time to work out players on a short week. We bring in JPP. That's right. It's 2018 all over again, baby. 2018. It's 2025? How old is he? How did he play last year? He didn't play last year. Okay. So he's about 3 years removed from being actually productive in the league. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, well. This is nothing against JPP. I love me some JPP. He used to come on my show and go, JPP, what's up? JPP. I'm like, yeah, what's up, JPP? JPP. We had fun. Love that dude, man. Love that dude. Brings energy, fire, brings all of it. And that's why he's here, And how freaking sad is it? What kind of commentary is it that you got to bring in an almost 37-year-old dude who is 3 years away from being productive in this league? That's how bad you are. What an indictment of your coaching staff. You can't get these guys ready to play. I got to go get a 37-year-old relic to come into the locker room to show these guys what it looks like to want to win a football game. That's what I got to do.
So, JP.
This hurts me. This hurts me to say it and do this, but my God, you're that bad. You care so little that we have to bring in someone to show you what it looks like to want to win a football game bad enough in this league. That's how far we've fallen. Mike Evans leaves for a little bit, and this is what happens. Where's the pride, bro? Where is it? We got to bring in JPP, and you know what? The dude could start on Thursday and play better than these guys. And I hope he does. I hope he damn does.
Is there any way he makes the active roster?
I hope so. What an indictment on your coaching staff, on your players, on your leadership. And I'm glad Jason Light did it. I mean, he's at fault. He could have brought him in earlier.
But well, let me ask you this question, JP. Is Jason Light at fault? Because, look, now we know he's responsible for the roster, correct?
That is true.
That is all on him. But just 7 weeks ago, were we not talking about this being a Super Bowl caliber roster?
Yes, we were.
And we were saying this team has the talent
and
to go to a Super Bowl. And now here we are 2 months later.
It got gutted.
2 months later, and all of a sudden, it's no longer a Super Bowl caliber roster. It's not even a division winning roster when you're in a division with Carolina, Atlanta, and New Orleans. Whose fault is that? Is that Jason Light's fault, or is that the coaching staff's fault?
Both.
Well, if you're going to say both, I put 97% on the coaching staff.
The roster was thinner than I thought. I was wrong. Jason Light was wrong. Most of us were wrong.
Okay, but is the roster thinner now because of the way the players are playing or because of their talent? To me, it's because of the coaching.
I think it's a little bit of both.
I think the roster, Super Bowl roster, to a last place in your division roster in the course of 2 months. That doesn't happen unless you're not being coached properly.
Well, I agree with that. If you look at the 49ers, they have been gutted. And they're still playing great football because their identity didn't change. Our identity totally changed.
Yeah.
I think the offensive line hits really have destroyed the inner core of this team. You know, Cody Mock is a badass and he's a tone setter. Keefe, I hate to say it, is a badass and a tone setter. We were without Gedeke for a long time. We've been without Mike for a long, long time.
Keefe needs to just be playing offensive line.
Yeah. True.
Move him to guard or tackle or something.
Yeah, and Tristan Wirfs, we missed him a lot, and he hasn't been 100% when he got back. Baker's been beat up. I said this weeks ago. He shouldn't be playing.
No.
He should have taken some time off. He's hurting the team.
Whose fault is that he's playing?
That's coaching.
Right.
That's coaching. You have to save some guys from yourself. You got to say you're just not ready to play. You can't play. You got an AC joint. I'm pretty sure he's got an MCL, some type of strained knee ligament. He's got an oblique strain. Jeez, Pete's. He's put together with twine and electric tape at this point. Maybe just Scotch tape. I mean, listen, injuries will suck the life out of a team, and it really has this team that we're to the point where we're going out to get JPP.
Well, injuries and poor quarterback play will suck the life out of a team.
Yeah. And
you're dealing with both.
And listen, when he's healthy, he's really good.
Yep.
He's got an elite arm, elite accuracy. We've seen it. Yep. We've seen it. I know all these people are like, oh, he's not good enough. No, that's not it. That's not it. No, he's good enough. I've seen it. I've seen more than enough. And this guy.
Look who's here.
And this guy. Media icon TJ Rives joining us here. Bucs Sideline Game.
Good to be with you. Am I good enough? I heard the segue coming in. He's not good enough.
Good.
I hope I'm good enough.
You're good. You are always good enough, my friend. I think, is Baker Mayfield good enough? Everybody is now, Baker's terrible. He can't beat the good teams. He's not an elite quarterback, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, look, the dude is absolutely about 30%.
We'll put this hat on first. I didn't know which hat you were going with first.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go Bucs
hat
first.
on.
We're going there first.
Timmy's got it over the shoulder.
How are we feeling about it?
Listen,
how are we feeling about the Bucs here?
45 years of being in this market, the Buccaneer fans' favorite quarterback has always been the guy who's not playing or the guy that's somewhere else.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going all the way back to like when they didn't want Doug Williams anymore here and didn't think he deserved to be paid. How did that work out, by the way? And just on and on about
Steve Young, get out of here.
Steve Young, because he was, subjected to the Lehman Bennett disaster. He wasn't good enough to play here.
I thought it was because he was left-handed.
Yeah, but I mean, on and on and on about who should be playing, who should. The problem is not number 6. While we start the conversation, the much bigger problem is the defense.
Yeah,
you have got to get it figured out on defense. I'm not revealing a nuclear secret here on the JP Peterson Show on
you are not
JP. That really going back to the Buffalo game where number 6 and the offense did more than enough to win that game. And defensively, you could not stop Josh Allen in the second half of that game. Now, in fairness, nobody else is really stopping him in Buffalo either. Ask the Cincinnati Bengals Sunday in the snow.
Yeah.
But you come from that game to the Rams game where you basically had no chance because of the
non-competitive. They could have scored 60 if they wanted.
You come back home with Arizona and you ham and egged a way to win, but a lot of it is the defense giving up yards, giving up touchdowns, giving up some time of possession.
Yeah.
And then you come to Sunday. The only good news for me, 2 things as we sit here on Sunday. Number 1, I finally dried out. And I think that was long about 11 p.m. or it may have been Monday morning after standing in the rain and the deluge.
Did you have a poncho? Did you go poncho?
I had the full rain gear on. We were having the ongoing discussion about waterproof clothing, waterproof shoes versus water-resistant clothing. Because we know this playing golf, JP. You and I play golf.
Yes.
There is a difference between water-resistant and waterproof. Now, I had the waterproof on, but there were a couple of my colleagues that had the water-resistant, and they were done like in the second quarter with the rain.
Do it. No.
Let's say this. That was not a huge rainstorm rain game. Was it aggravating? Yes. Did it rain some? Yes. Not hard, not deluge. I mean, it was raining much harder south of the stadium and even north up in Pasco, Hernando County during the game than what it was raining at Raymond James Stadium. Now, that being said, had the game, if been a 4:25 game, it poured at the stadium starting at what would have been second quarter halftime. On my drive home to the palatial northern suburbs of Tampa Bay, the mean streets of Lutz, Florida.
Yes.
It was raining so hard that I had to slow down to about 30 miles an hour with the lights on, not the hazards on in the dark.
Don't do that.
Pouring. All right. We didn't have, my point is, we didn't have that on Sunday. It was wet. It messed with the wet football. The field was definitely wet and getting chewed up, but that was the same for both teams.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to sit here and make a weather excuse that it was pouring down rain and you're playing like football follies with the ball going everywhere. By the way, sidebar, totally dry field, mostly indoor SoFi Stadium. What about that game last night with all the turnovers, mistakes, drop balls, picks, fumbles? Jalen Hurts became the first quarterback in the history of the NFL to throw an interception and lose a fumble on the same play.
It's so glorious.
And both were egregious, by the way. Yes. A horrible interception followed by doesn't protect the ball at all.
On the same play for fantasy football purposes, he killed anybody that had him because he was like a -6 on that play.
One play.
On one
What
play.
if he already had the win with him, and then he gets a -6 and you take an L?
And then he threw another pick in the overtime, which further sealed it. The interception, the -3 on that probably.
You're going back.
And he had one that was dropped, too. He should have had 5 picks.
Yeah, but that was dry conditions is my point, and it was that bad. This Buccaneer game was not that bad in that regard. All right, so number 1, I've dried out. That's a positive outlook. And number 2, it does not take long to put the creamsicle orange on this week and play Thursday night with Atlanta. And I know this damaged everything at the end of the season where you maybe wanted it wrapped up before week 18. More than likely, week 18 with Carolina is going to matter now. But if you win this game Thursday night, you're still in good position to win the division and make the playoffs. And so stay tuned. That sets into motion the matchup with Carolina, then the game at Miami, and then the home game with Carolina. And stay tuned because the Panthers still have to play the Saints on Sunday, by the way. And they already beat Carolina in Charlotte. So let me paint a little hypothetical while we're selling a little optimism. If you play well Thursday night, or even if you play okay and you win, and the Saints do the same thing at home to the Panthers they did to you, you're right back in the same spot, one game up with 3 to go, and the two head-to-head matchups with Carolina. So stay tuned. Meaningful football still to be played. What does the defense look like on Thursday night, especially when we know Kirk Cousins has been awful in the last couple of games with Atlanta? You cannot let him come in here and light you up. You cannot.
How many yards did he throw for against this defense last year?
He had 800 yards literally and 7 or 8 touchdowns in the 2 games.
2 games. Okay.
Yeah, but this defense is worse, JP.
Yeah, exactly. That was exactly my point. This is a worse defense. So what do you expect? I tell you what I expect. I expect him to tear up this defense.
The only counter to that is if you can rattle him early, somehow, some way. A couple of picks. And by the way, you were doing that to Tyler Shuck. After the opening drive, you had him rattled. You sacked him. They did nothing the rest of the first half after the opening drive. You had him rattled. What's inexcusable is the second half of the game, you didn't stop him and over again. So that's got to get better. You got to be more aggressive. You got to get this done on Thursday night. Maybe it is going to be another high-scoring game. Stay tuned, but defensively, you got to make some plays, and maybe you get him rattled early. I mean, the game Sunday is weird in Atlanta because Seattle was only up 6-3 at halftime, and the game finished 37-9.
Yeah,
they put it on them in the second half. So stay tuned with what we're going to see on Thursday. Massive game.
Huge game.
You got to have it.
Gotta have it. Yeah, you're in playoff mode like you were last week, and that looked great.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean. And I used the phrase to Baker Mayfield about, was it a wake-up call? And he said, at this point in the season, if anybody needs a wake-up call, you're in the wrong building. That was his line to me.
And he's right.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what my rant this morning was, and I love JPP. But if you got to bring in a dude who's 37 and hasn't played any meaningful football in about 2-3 years, and I think it should be a message to everybody in that locker room and every coach that you lack fire, you lack professionalism, you lack a lot of things. I mean, this team is so flat. And I know there's really good players out there. I've seen it. I saw it this year. It's a really good football team at the beginning of the year. What the F happened? Like, what happened?
Long season is part of it. I'm not making excuses.
Injuries have gutted this team. There's no question about that.
But everybody's dealing with similar things, banged up. To what extent? So there are answers. And here's the other thing. Your fortunes can turn quickly.
Absolutely.
Because if you win this game Thursday night and get some confidence and you find a way to go win in Charlotte, if it comes
everything
to it,
looks different.
You are tremendous. So it is kind of week to week here on this.
It is
so
week
turn
when you lose like
around.
this, you never think you're going to win again. When you lose 4 out of 5 and you lose to a 2-10 team, and by the way, the Bucs aren't the first team to have to do this. There are many playoff teams that have just laid an egg on a week-to-week basis. It happens all the time. But this particular team looks very listless. It looks devoid of really any passion whatsoever, and that scares me. That's the part that scares me. When Levante David is leaving the locker room early, that scares me. He's the heartbeat of your team.
And again, that has almost never happened in his 13 years here.
Never.
He's tired of standing and answering about things that he's not responsible.
I would be too. Yeah. I would be too.
But 6 plays with emotion and with fire, and they respond to that.
Yeah.
You just got to be on point Thursday night. You got to be ready to go, especially defensively. So stay tuned. Let's see what it looks like Thursday.
I'll throw in my outside observation here because I've seen this on some teams that I follow very closely. When you combine what I saw effort on the field or lack thereof with the body language on the sideline and the actions in the locker room post game, you quite possibly and almost assuredly have a team that's quit. That no longer, and I don't mean intentionally, like they're not saying screw this, I'm not playing, because professional athletes don't do that, I don't think. But you've got guys that are so dejected emotionally and mentally. They're so worn physically that they're done. Like they're done.
Well, I think I won't go along with the word quit, but they are psychologically damaged, and you're waiting for the next bad thing to happen. What's going to happen next? And you can't play that way.
Yep.
So I would just couch it as confidence problem. It's like Top Gun, right? Where Viper and Goose has died. Viper and Maverick are having the conversation.
Yeah.
And he says to him, the truth of the matter is you have a confidence problem. You got to let him go. You got to get back in the saddle. You got to let him go. And
Come on,
he says,
get him back up as soon as possible.
That's correct.
Engage, Bucs.
Correct.
Engage.
Correct. And what
Let's
is
go.
Here
Here comes Kirk Cousins and the crappy Falcons.
Exactly.
It doesn't look it doesn't get any better than this.
The Falcons are the Russian
It doesn't get any better than this.
What we're saying?
What do you mean it wasn't?
What do you mean it wasn't good enough? It doesn't look any better than that. This is the Falcons
I'll
coming in
fire
here.
when I'm good and ready.
I know. Get ready. We got to let go of Goose. We got to get rid of the confidence problem.
You got to throw the dog tags in the ocean.
Throw the dog tags in the ocean from the
Go
Saints
for a
game.
speedy ride on my motorcycle.
Yes.
Yes.
Talk it over.
You know, we're talking about my favorite movie of all time right now.
Yeah.
What, Top Gun?
Oh yes, by far.
And it ends up working out, right?
Yeah.
It looked bad for a while, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Looked like Maverick wasn't going to engage in the biggest moment, but he did. Is that Baker Mayfield on Thursday night? I still roll with number 6 making plays. Where do you two come down on this? Because there's been a lot of discussion while we have a couple of moments on the Ibuka play, because I'm right down there at field level.
Easy catch.
Timmy?
I'm not going to. You talking about the touchdown drop?
Yeah.
Correct. Where do you come down?
Not an easy catch. I don't think by any stretch.
Doesn't get.
It was
easier.
a very poorly thrown ball. First of all,
I won't say poorly. It's there to be caught.
Disagree.
Second of all,
Disagree.
well, you twist his body around. You threw to the other side, and he's got to twist around while he's jumping to make the catch. Does Emeka make that catch 9 times out of 10? Yes. It was not a good throw, and it was not a. Obviously, he dropped it. He should have caught it. It was just, to me, it was a bad throw.
I don't think bad throw. All right, interesting. No. Opinions vary.
Yeah, I blame Baker.
What do you think about Notre Dame taking their ball and going home? That's
okay. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. But on the Ibuka thing, you got to get him going early in this game on Thursday, because
he's
right
got
now,
a confidence problem.
I'm concerned about him, and maybe we got to give him the dog tags of the Saints game and let him throw him off the back of the aircraft carrier, because you need him. And
what do you guys like? What do you people say? Listen, when you're running a pattern and the ball's thrown at your face, and you reach up and your hands are in front of your face. That's what I saw. It doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah.
That's not
every ball.
Like,
not every
even
ball.
into your body is a tougher catch than that.
Every
when you
ball
can
is,
extend your hands
it was
just a little above your head.
over his head.
3 feet my
and
ass.
on the back shoulder.
3 feet. No, it wasn't. He was running down the field and he turned to catch it and it hit him in both of his hands. What are you talking about?
Left. He
you
had
have
to,
to turn to catch a ball. You have
shoulder.
to turn to catch a ball.
JP's wrong, y'all.
I feel like I'm the linesman in tennis.
Why is mommy and daddy fighting?
Let's just say this. It was not perfectly thrown, but that catch is made every Sunday in the NFL over and over and over again.
100 times.
And it's a massive moment. And by the way, can we just say this? This is not everything. Again, the Saints made plays. Buccaneer defense did not make plays. No. My Lord. How about the clinching interception last night by the Chargers with the game on the line?
Yeah.
All right. You watch that play, and then you think back to Deion Jones at midfield with 1:50 left in the game.
In your lap.
And all you got to do is catch it. I'm not even talking about
in your
heaven
lap. They were
forbid.
handing you the game.
I'm not talking about haul it in and turn this way and start running. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about haul it in and you're at midfield. That's not everything. But did you see the final play to the audience? I know you guys have seen it. It's been out there on the internet. What a play by the Chargers to bat the ball, and then a one-handed interception by the safety with the game on the line.
Right goal line.
Those are the kind of plays.
When is the last time you saw somebody of the Bucs make a play like that?
You got to make a play. You got to make a play
Anthony
like
Nelson,
that.
and it won him a game.
Yeah, in New Orleans. You're right.
Yeah.
You got to make a play. Let's see if it does in fact look better. But there were plays to be made. But can we say this too? Cleet Blakeman's crew missed over and over again down the stretch of the game. The Cade Otton play is right in front of me. And Baker Mayfield went nuts running right at the guy. It doesn't help. No offense. I wore glasses at one point. Timmy's got the glasses on. The guy's got glasses on like Coke bottles. It's down around the goal
and it's
line.
raining, you know.
Going what I mean, yeah. He's clearly interfered with at the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal at the 5-yard line in a 24-17 game.
Yeah.
With 6 minutes left.
Yeah.
And it's not everything. By the way, while we're talking about what you didn't get done after you got the ball back, how about on the 2nd down pass that should have been deflected, intercepted, was not, could easily have called Shepard, 93 of the Saints, in the pocket going low on Baker Mayfield at his knees. That is a point of emphasis. That is supposed to be called 10 times out of 10.
Every time.
And Cleet Blakeman and his umpire are oblivious.
Yep.
That he's diving at his legs and wrapping him up around his legs while he's in the pocket. That would have been 15 yards. That would have been up to the 35-yard line. No guarantee that you get the touchdown, but you're still alive at that point. So that was another problem on Sunday as well.
Agreed.
But you know what? Don't worry about the refs. Don't worry about the Falcons. Bijan Robinson, speaking of guys with confidence problems, he's got a fumbling problem right now. Get that ball out of there. Just like we've seen a couple of times in the last couple of weeks.
Well, we'd have to be able to touch him to knock the ball out.
That would be advisable, yes.
So, and I don't think we have a linebacker.
If I see anybody do what they did in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, where they come up and take a bad angle and let him get all the way around the sideline and all the way around them, guys,
I remember
you got to do one or the other. You either got to get him out of bounds or you got to make sure he stays on the inside of the play. One of the two. You can't just let him have the sideline. So stay tuned. Some things to correct. We'll find out later today and tomorrow what kind of chance does Mike Evans have to play in this game. In particular, you're worried about re-injury to that collarbone, obviously. With Tristan Wirfs, it's a shorter week. Were they holding him back because he had a better shot to play in this game? We're about to find out with the oblique injury. I, again, would rather have Tristan Wirfs in Carolina mostly healthy or fully healthy if you have to have it.
Well, the bottom line is if you beat Carolina twice, you're in. The other games don't matter.
The hilarious part is the only 2 games that the Panthers or the Bucs have to win are the 2 with each other.
That's right.
They can lose everything else, and you win the last 2 with each other, and you're 9-7.
The winner of this division is going to be 9-8.
Yes, but
once again.
But if you win again on Thursday night, first of all, nobody remembers the division record once you get into the postseason and you start winning games, etc. Next thing is if you win on Thursday night, you put the pressure back on them on Sunday in New Orleans. And again, you would have loved to have beaten the Saints and have Thursday night ultimately represent being 9-5. Now Carolina's in big trouble psychologically with the games dwindling. But if you win Thursday and they lose, you have a little bit of cushion to now go play this game in Charlotte with. Stay tuned. But we're talking meaningful football.
There's a lot left to play in this state in this season.
I got to go in about 3 or 4 minutes. I know you touched on this and Brian Hartline. I'm a man of many hats.
Yes.
On Hartline and the hire.
Yeah.
Hit the ground running. What did you think of the press conference? I didn't get to hear you earlier today. What did you think of the press conference?
Slam dunk. We actually took it live yesterday. Slam dunked it. The whole production, the Rob Higgins production was fantastic. They did a great job. And just getting him. But I'm sure Penn State wanted him. You know, I'm fairly certain
he wasn't going to coach Penn State, though.
Yeah, not as an Ohio State guy.
No, but maybe he didn't want that.
They are selling, and they did a great job. They are selling new stadium coming up, the possibility of being in a bigger conference if the expansion starts up again, and the rumors are everywhere, especially after this Notre Dame stuff. That does the Big Ten just go for it and go get Notre Dame, Virginia, North Carolina, and anybody else they want to go get and suddenly have like a 22 or 24 team Super League. Stay tuned if the ground starts shaking with that. I love the facts of look at all the wide receivers in the NFL that are out of his wide receiver room. Look at how much he's responsible for with recruiting, and he's been recruiting in Florida. And there is still a dearth of talent here and some NIL money. There's a lot to be excited about here with this. And stay tuned. Stay tuned on what it looks like for the Bulls. But as promised, Rob Higgins, Derek Brooks, and the people behind the scenes, they're not fooling around at USF.
No, Will Weatherford.
Not for a second.
And how exciting do you think this American conference is going to be in the next few years?
It's going to be
Conference on the rise.
But it's up in the air too because Tulane's got a new
all their
coach.
coaches.
I think it's
North
fascinating.
Texas, yeah.
And this has happened before, but I think it's fascinating for the SEC to be talking about, well, we deserve a 5th team or a 6th team or a 7th team. The American Conference doesn't deserve a team. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Golish, Summerall,
American,
and Ryan Silverfield to Arkansas all left the American to come to your conference.
That's right.
Your coaches weren't good enough to coach their own team, so you went and got American coaches to come coach them. So there must be some.
But we need
football.
17 of our teams, including a terrible Alabama team in the
of course
in the dance.
So stay tuned.
Did they get it right? Did they get it right? Did the committee get it right?
I believe they were going to take Notre Dame.
Executives
did ESPN telling the committee get it right? I believe that Notre Dame and Miami were both going to be in, but Notre Dame got squeezed out when Duke won that game Saturday night. Because then the ACC champion would have been the 5th of the 5 automatic bids. And at that point, you probably exclude Miami and you keep Notre Dame. Notre Dame has a gripe to an extent. They were in and they didn't play, and then they got moved out by 3 spots. But welcome to them doing whatever they want to do.
There's a part of me that wanted Duke to get in over Miami because they won the ACC.
Yeah. Well, that was a shot across middle.
But again, Notre Dame has benefited forever from not being in a conference, making their own schedule. And this time it bit them. So you can't complain when it's benefited you for decades.
Go join a freaking conference and then we don't talk about this.
Well, and also I think this was a shot across the bow.
Yeah, they're aligned with NBC, by the way. Did you think they were going to get the benefit of the doubt in an ESPN Disney propped up playoff?
Nope. Negative.
Welcome to it.
Negative.
All right, you guys be well.
Sideline guy.
Thursday night,
we wish you the best.
JP, we will reconvene. The Creamsicle Orange, again, will be out. Can we get a win in the Creamsicle Orange?
Yes.
On Thursday. No. Let's see that happen, and then everything settles down. You guys be well, and I will be with you again soon enough. Relevant football for the Buccaneers down the stretch run. We like that. Stay tuned.
Thank God for the NFC South.
Thanks, sir.
All right. Thank you, TJ. Appreciate you, my friend. I like I said, I love all my Buccaneer friends over there. This is just tough. This is just tough to watch. Yeah.
But look, JP, we talked about this early in the season that at some point the luck was going to run out.
That's right.
They started 6-2 with half of a roster hurt.
Yeah.
And we knew at some point this was going to be an issue. Now, we didn't think at 6-2 they ended up finishing 9-8, which are going to have to struggle to do now.
Right.
But it is what it is. Like, we kind of knew this was a possibility, right?
Mm-hmm. We did. We didn't know it was going to look this bad, though, I don't think. I was okay with everything until they lost to the Saints. Seriously. I mean, I was like, okay, listen, for all the injuries that you've had, to be 7-5 at this point is really remarkable. But it's just everything, the way they played against Arizona, ever since the bye, they have been horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. Like, you're supposed to get better. Good teams, and we learned this from Brady, good teams get better as the season goes on. Good teams get better after the bye. We've done the exact opposite. And, the injuries were just as bad before. We're actually getting more guys back now. You had Bucky back and Godwin, and you still lost to the Saints. That's bad.
JP, you've watched football long enough to know it's a division game. Literally anything can happen. You throw out the records, and here we are.
I understand that. But in this situation, you're at home. They're 2-10. They're playing for a draft pick, rookie quarterback, no Alvin Kamara, 2 starters left on their offensive line, multiple guys down on defense, and you do that.
Yep, you laid an egg.
You do that. And it's not only just the way you didn't play with any fire. There was no emotion. I haven't seen one physical hit from this defense all year long. I can't remember one where somebody went up and smacked somebody. Can't remember one.
It hasn't happened. And I will tell you this. I don't remember who it was. I meant to rewind the TV, the play, and I meant to like video it on my phone and bring it up today, but I might have been half drunk during the Bucs game Sunday. It was I think it was the last touchdown that the Saints scored. Was it Shuck that ran around the left that dove into the end zone?
Yeah,
and whoever
Vita had him, Nelson had him.
Who was the defensive back that whiffed at the goal line? Who was
Zion.
that?
Zion.
It was okay. It was Zion. That's right. But so this is something that just irks me about the NFL these days. Nobody freaking arm tackles. Nobody wraps up.
Yeah,
I see this in every game where what Zion McCollum did is you go in, you lower your head, and you throw a shoulder. That's not tackling.
Yeah.
You're not going to tackle anybody like that. And I don't know when the league focus changed from you wrap up,
it's
you hit
just
with your shoulder and wrap up with your arms.
I'm going to put this up there from John Hill. JP, my former NFL player from the 70s that you met at the Sunday's Lightning game, none of these players could play in the 70s since they don't know the finer points of the game and coaching sucks.
Agreed.
This is why Phillip Rivers is coming back. This is why Aaron Rodgers is playing at the age of 75. So Brady could play till 46. That's why JPP is coming back. These guys don't know how to play football.
No.
Fundamentally, they are terrible. I see guys that have no idea how to run routes. I see guys who have no idea how to play bail technique. It's guys who have no idea how to play zone defense. Like basic, you can't set the edge. Like the Bucs cannot set the edge. That's technique. That is your number one job. And you have to understand leverage and be aware of who's coming to block you, which clearly JPP understands, and none of these guys do. And evidently the coaching staff can't teach it. They can't teach it on special teams. You contain. You're the last guy on the edge. No one gets outside of you. Duh. And it happens 4 times a game to the Buccaneers.
At least.
I mean, it should happen once a year, and that's it. And that's over.
And you get benched.
You get benched, somebody else comes in, and that dude better know how to fundamentally do it. It's not
That's one of my biggest pet peeves in the NFL right now.
But it's across.
The guys that can't tackle.
They can't tackle. They can't block
for years.
A lot of them can't throw a football.
I think Dion started.
Jalen Hurts. I mean,
he's awful.
I mean, the fundamentals of the game. You know why? Because they don't practice anymore. They don't practice in pads anymore. They don't play any preseason games.
No.
It's a freaking picnic.
You're not allowed to hit in practice. You're not allowed to hit in the offseason.
Yeah.
So do you carry that over into the regular season, and that's how they play?
And by the way, for the rules of the game, you can't hit. You know, the rules of the game, the rules have taken all the physicality out of the game. I still see some teams are able to do it, and maybe we're trying to play within the rules too much. At some point, you got to come up and knock somebody's dick in the dirt and send a message. If you have to take a penalty, take a penalty. Boy, Mickey Andrews used to say that all the time. Well, I'll take 3 personal fouls in the first half if I have to. I'm going to send a message to that quarterback.
JP, this is how I feel right now listening to us talk about this.
Get off my lawn! You whippersnappers!
It sucks, though, man. I absolutely hate watching guys try to tackle now because they don't tackle.
I feel like those guys on a Progressive commercial turning into their parents. There goes that hot rod.
Back in my day, we knew how to tackle.
That's why they call it dirt bikes.
Can you imagine Mean Joe Green in this league today? How much he'd dominate everybody.
Yeah.
I don't even like the Steelers.
All right, we got to take a break.
You know,
and then we're going to come back with all of your pithy and brilliant comments that we love so much on this show. And I say that with a complete lack of sarcasm, as you can tell. Hey, we're brought to you by the Jeeves Law Group, JEEVES lawgroup.com. They're local, they're trusted, and they get results. If you've been in an accident, call the Jeeves Law Group. Just go to their website. Tell them JP sent you. You can call them, email them, get a free case evaluation. Great folks over there, great attorneys, small enough to make you a large priority, big enough to take on those big insurance companies and other law firms. JeevesLawGroup.com, non-attorney spokesman, offices Tampa and St. Pete. And the great folks at Genesis of Tampa. Boy, do they have a holiday season, 30 days of giving. They're giving away a $500 shopping spree every single day at Genesis of Tampa. All you got to do is go in there and get your car appraised, and they'll get you 10x entries into the $500 gift card. Just take a test drive, and you'll get it in the contest, and you'll also see one of the greatest cars you've ever seen in your life. You'll ride in it. You'll go, my God, this is about a $400,000 car. No, not even close. The Genesis products are absolutely the best. And right now, 30 days of giving. They also will give you 3 months, no payments, and then they'll make your first payment in the 4th month. I mean, what else we got to do to get you in a car? GenesisofTampa.com. Ho, ho, ho. They're having a great Christmas. Back in 3. Experience the art of driving at Genesis of Tampa, where luxury meets innovation and every detail is crafted for you. From the bold G70 to the refined GV80, Genesis delivers power, elegance, and technology years ahead of its time. Book service online, and our Genesis Experience advisors will pick you up and drop off your vehicle. If available, you can enjoy a courtesy car while yours gets a complimentary interior vacuum plus a generous offer for your trade. Every new Genesis comes with the Miracle Advantage Plan, 10 years or 250,000 miles of powertrain warranty and 4 years of complimentary maintenance. Visit us at 801 East Bears Avenue or online at genesisoftampa.com. Genesis of Tampa, luxury redefined. Italiano Insurance would like to congratulate the Bucs on their 50th anniversary season. And you know what? We've been here for every season and then some, over 60 years in business. We've seen some smart coaches with great game plans, but if you don't have flood insurance or business insurance, that's a terrible game plan. That could ruin you financially. You don't want to take that L. So call 813-877-7799 and let their friendly agents quarterback your insurance and save you big money. Italiano also sponsors our FSU report every week. So go Noles. 813-877-7799 or go to italianoinsurance.com. JP here for Riveters, the official sports bar and grill of the JP Peterson Show. We're located just south of Ray J and Steinbrenner Field, so it's a great pre- and post-game spot, and the happy hour is amazing. Monday through Friday, 3 to 7. Check out these specials. $3 Bud Light drafts, $4 domestic bottles, $5 wells, $6 premium wells, $6 cocktails like margaritas. It's unheard of. And the Riveters food is freshly made daily. No freezers. Happy hour food specials include $3.50 tacos and barbecue sliders. $6 you get edamame or chips with the beer cheese, which is amazing. $8 buffalo chicken dip, my favorite. The truffle fries, chili cheese fries, also $8 at happy hour. As well as other specials throughout the week, including Taco Tuesdays, you get $3 tacos, and Wing Wednesdays, 7 o'clock to 1 a.m. in the morning, you get our amazing wings, 5 for $5 and $5 wells and wines. That's a good Wednesday night. So if you're tired of the preppy, overpriced, generic sports bars, come see the amazing, friendly bartenders and staff at Riveters, where customer service really matters. Riveters, just south of where the Rays and Bucs play. We'll see you there. Although it may seem tempting to go without health care insurance, the financial risk far outweighs the gain you may experience. For example, did you know if you simply broke your leg, it could cost you nearly $7,500? Put on top of that a hospital stay, you could be looking at $10,000 to $15,000. Ensuring that you don't go uncovered is so important, as according to CNBC, high medical bills are the highest contributing factor to why Americans end up taking money out of their retirement savings, or worse, find themselves filing bankruptcy. So go to don'tgouncovered.com or call 800-669-1505. Now, depending on your income, you can get plans for zero premium. Our experts will guide you through the process effortlessly. They will shop many plans and find the one that's right for you. I called and I have full health coverage through Florida Blue for zero monthly premium. It's a free call. So why go uncovered? It's a huge risk. Go to don'tgouncovered.com or call 800-669-1505. That's 800-669-1505. Hey, JP here for my concierge medical professional, Chris Lugo, PA. You've heard him on the show for a couple of years, where he shares invaluable medical, nutritional, and supplement advice. With Chris, it's like having a medical provider as your best friend. What I love about this concierge service is the convenience and support he offers. I can text or call him 24/7 with any questions or concerns, and he'll promptly call in a prescription if needed. No office visits or copays required. It gives me peace of mind knowing I have someone genuinely invested in my health, not just focused on insurance profits. And the best part, the Bay Area Modern Medical Center's personal concierge service is more affordable than you might think. Don't let insurance companies dictate your health care. Take control of your health and wellness today. Visit BAMMC.com for more information and to schedule your initial free consultation. Empower yourself and take charge of your personal health with BAMMC.com.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show. Brought to you by the great folks at the Gold and Diamond Source. You know, the holidays are the best time to get engaged because all the family's there, right? They can shower you with gifts and money. That's not the idea, obviously, but it doesn't hurt. At the Gold and Diamond Source, they have thousands of diamonds to choose from in their jewelry wonderland. It is truly a wonderland. It's all decorated for Christmas. You want to get in the Christmas spirit? Go to the Gold and Diamond Source, and you'll see all these beautiful bling, bling, bling everywhere. They got a men's department, by the way. They have a watch section now that has all kinds of baller watches that you can buy for looks and for investment as well. And don't forget, they have, first of all, they have a parking lot of their own. So you don't have to go to the mall and try to find a parking spot and all that. Yes, you just go right there. You park, you go right in. Great staff there. And if you're buying a diamond, there's no better place because they're not going to try to get you something that you can't afford or upsell you anything. They're going to put you right into something that you love. That's why they have such a great reputation. They've been around for 40 plus years. And if you finance your purchase, 0% interest for up to 5 years, you can get a $5,000 diamond for just $84. Ho, ho, ho. Get on over to the Gold and Diamond Source, 3800 Ulmerton Road in Clearwater. But it's about 15, 20 minutes just across the bridge right there. All right, Timmy, by the way, shout out to the national champion Florida State Seminoles, baby.
Wait, what sport is this in, JP?
Football. We won a football.
Their football team sucks, JP. They didn't win anything in football.
According to Jameis Winston, who just tweeted this out. Thank you, ladies, for being consistently the best football team we have.
Oh, is this women's soccer?
Women's soccer, yes.
Okay, I will recognize women's soccer. Okay, yeah. I thought this was men's soccer.
Yeah, no, with women's soccer, our 5th national championship. And we had this freshman goalie. I can't pronounce her name very well. It starts with an O. Anyway, the Big O.
The Big O.
She had 9 saves last night, and I'd say 4 or 5 of the spectacular variety to keep the game 1-0. Then they scored with 3 minutes left in the game. They scored. So congrats to the Lady Noles once again for winning another national championship, their 5th national championship. Well done. All right, let's get to some of the great comments from today, shall we? Oh, by the way, Brent Bredesen put on IR, so he is done for the year. So we have no left guard. Now we got to go to Michael Jordan, who's played not great. The right guard, Dan Feeney, is one of the worst offensive linemen I've ever seen in professional football. It's so bad. And Graham Barton's struggling because of the guards next to him, not supporting him. The tackles, Gedeke, I thought played really well. Chukwuma, I thought played great for being his first start and having played about 2 years of football. That guy's going to be good, and we need to find a spot for him. Maybe guard. When Wirfs comes back, put him at right guard. You know, I know that's hard because he's learning. He's just a baby. He's still learning tackle. He's still learning the game. But man, he's an athlete. He's so much better athlete than Dan Feeney, for God's sakes. Oh my God. If he could play right guard, plug him in. But you know, and that's part of this too, Timmy, is you got to find out and know which players and what they can do. I think the Bucs are terrible, and I mean terrible, at looking at players and saying, okay, he's not playing great, but we'll let him, you know, they keep guys in way too long. And they're afraid to put other people in to see what they can do. And I don't get that. If the guy sucks that bad, get him the hell out of here and try somebody else. At least, and half the time it's effort. If you get somebody in there who wants to try or more athletic, But what you're seeing is not good enough. You need better, and you got other players. Give somebody else a shot. Because maybe at least they'll fly around and act like they care, and maybe that'll be infectious. Who knows? Okay, Rick is in this morning. He says, breaking news, Sue, Hardy Nickerson, and Simeon Rice trying out for the Bucs today. And why do I feel like they would be better? Why? Is Baker turning into Russell Wilson, asked Chris.
No, Chris, come on.
He's hurt. He's really, really hurt. And he's just not. In the beginning of the season, he was feeling good and making magical plays. And we lived off of Baker Mayfield's magic. And when the magic went away, so did the offense. The last 3 weeks, his quarterback rating has been in the low 70s. But in terms of throwing the ball down the field, Nicky Numbers had it just yesterday. He is by far 4 for 29, 4 for his last 24 of passes over 10 yards. That's 16.7%. That is dreadful. They can't throw the ball downfield, and everybody knows it because he doesn't have the time to let those routes develop. He's getting early pressure.
Well, yeah, and I don't think he's got the strength right now to make those throws anyway.
Yeah, and he can't. He doesn't have the accuracy or the velocity to make those throws. Those are the tough throws. Those are and some of the best throws that he makes. Those 20-yard ins and those 20-yard outs, it throws frozen ropes, and they're accurate and they're right in the seam. Hit the guys in stride, and they're off and running. You got a chunk play, but when you have an AC joint on the other side, when you torque, it hurts. When you have an oblique, when you torque, it hurts. When you have a knee injury on your plant leg, you can't plant and throw. These are all mechanics are a huge part of why he's such a good thrower of the football. He's not big enough, like say like a Josh Allen, to be able to throw from different angles and still get a lot of velocity on it. He has to be able to step into the throw and use all his perfect mechanics to get the juice on it. And when you getting pressure up the middle and you're a smaller dude, first of all, it's hard to see because there's no lanes. And then you can't step into the throw. You can't get the ball downfield. And that's where he's at right now.
Yep.
So unless he gets out of the pocket, he's not going to be able to get the ball downfield. And the protection is not good, so it's hard to get out of the pocket. They're mush rushing him. They were spying him for a while, and I said it right at the Lions game. I said, this is going to be a problem for Baker moving forward. Every team's going to do this, and every team has, and we don't have an answer for it. We don't have an answer for it.
So, JP, this is interesting that the comments from our X stream are showing up on StreamYard because that's new. They didn't used to do that. So that's great.
Really?
I love that. Yeah, no, it was not supported before. So that is a brand new feature that we're seeing comments from people on X. I love that.
No, Ashley usually comments on X, and she's been, but either way, that's great to see. Absolutely. Michael LaRue says, I thought the JPP signing was a joke at first. Yeah, me too. It feels like a panic move, but how bad the current pass rush has been, it might not be the worst idea. Yeah, it's a sign of complete desperation. No question about it. Michael LaRue continues, says Jason Light has done such a poor job replacing JPP and Shaq Barrett that he's now brought both of them back out of retirement. Great point.
It's valid. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you got left. Well, listen, we loved the Ibuka pick, and we still do. And I think he's going to be great. But it comes with a price. And so does the Parrish pick. And so does the Benjamin Morrison pick. Yes, we needed better defensive backs. We needed another wide receiver. Yes, we did. We also needed an edge rusher. Now, I know the plan was to get Hassan Reddick on a show me deal. And listen, at first I was like, then I warmed up to it. Then we met him, heard him talk a big game. I loved him. Saw his presence on the field, how quick he was, how physical he was. And early on in the year, he played really well. But it hasn't sustained. And that's what happens with older players sometimes. You want a great edge rusher, go spend a big-time draft pick and get one. Or go trade for one and give up a couple of first-round picks.
Yep.
Because they're hard to find. They're really hard to find. And frankly, the Bucs have not put any serious resources into it. When's the last time they took an edge rusher with the first-round pick? Gaines Adams? The late Gaines Adams? I mean, we took Cansey and Vita Vea inside, but edge rusher? Yaya's a third rounder. Braswell's a second rounder, a late second rounder. Complete bust.
Gaines Adams, what was that like in the mid
2004?
2000s?
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Yeah. I'll have to
so
go
Jason
back
Light never has then, right?
I don't think he's ever taken an edge rusher with the first. And now Logan Hall doesn't count. JTS, I guess, was at top of the second round. But even that, I mean, the guy didn't even play football his senior year or his junior, whatever it was.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a long shot at best.
So Jason Light took over in 13.
Mike Evans was his first draft pick.
So okay, so they didn't have a first round pick in 2013. So 14, Mike Evans, 15, Jameis Winston, 16, Vernon Hargreaves,
worst pick ever.
Cornerback, Gator, right?
Gator.
2017, OJ Howard. How'd that work out? Still looking for a tight end.
Yeah.
18, Vea, 19, White, 20, Wirfs, 21, Shoyinka, 22, no pick, and then Cansey, Barton, and Abuka. There's your first round picks under Light.
Yeah. No edge rusher.
And by the way, we talk about how great he's drafted lately. That Graham Barton pick's not looking very good right now.
I still think he's going to be a good player.
He's got to be moved. He is not a great center. He's got to be moved.
Yeah. He's got great feet. He's very athletic. He's stout.
Man, if Bredesen was still healthy, I'd have swapped. I'd rather have Bredesen at center than Barton. But we've missed that opportunity.
Yeah. Joel Forsland says 3-0 start, but 2 of those wins were against the awful Falcons and Jets, and they could have easily been losses. True. The clues were there. Some fans just chose not to see them. You're winning games, bro. You're 5-1. You're 3-0. You're 5-1. You're winning games. You're beat up. There was some really good football being played.
Yeah.
Now, were there signs of, as we said, they're beat up and they're doing this with smoke and mirrors? Yes, of course.
But wins are wins.
Wins are wins.
And in retrospect, yes,
I said, listen, I thought we were fine until the Saints game. The Arizona game, I was like, and that's why we talked about it, Yeah. Just because you won doesn't mean you're playing good football. All right. Formerly known as Jeff B says, when your defense looks old and slow, what do? Bring in 36-year-old defensive end. Joel Forsland says Seahawks, Jets, Falcons, and Texans, all last-minute wins could easily be 3-10. Yeah, but you're not.
Yeah, but that Seahawks and Texans wins look pretty good right now, don't they?
Those count. Yeah. Captain K says, I'll take 37-year-old JPP over Braswell. Yeah, absolutely.
I still have hopes for Braswell, but
they're
diminishing quickly.
Joel says it is coaching. It is. They don't develop these players, and they allow them to play very poor technique. How old is the picture of TJ Rives at the bottom of the screen? He looks like he's 18. This is a very old picture.
I pulled that from his, as I do for most of our guests. I try to go with something that they've approved, and I assume that if it's on their X profile picture, that they've approved it. So that's what I went with TJ. It's that picture underneath the comment right there.
Oh, yeah, I'll take it out. He says, past defense has always been shredded under Todd Bowles. Yeah, look at that, TJ. Look at that picture. Yeah, baby.
Pull it from his X profile, so that's where we got that.
Formerly known as Jeff, he says Bijan out in the flats all day long. Yeah, I would run that play every single time.
Yeah, but then the Falcons have to rely on Kirk Cousins getting him the ball out in the flat every time.
Yeah. Middle is wide open. Same game plan every week. Yep. Rush 4, leave the middle wide open. You know, it's funny. I'm watching the Chargers play zone defense last night, and there's a guy that got another interception, his 4th of the year. And here's something unique that they do that the Bucs don't do. When a guy comes into your zone, they cover him. Yeah, I know this is, if you watch the Bucs, you've never seen this before. When they drop into a zone and a guy comes into their zone, they run up and attack the ball. Yeah, it's a technique that evidently Todd Bowles does not teach. Because when we go into zone defense, we make sure that we keep a zone. I think we know we're defining it wrong. We keep a zone between us and the offensive player. I think that's what they think zone defense means. It's maddening. It's freaking maddening to watch this zone defense. Like they let a guy come into their area and they just stand there and watch him until the ball is thrown and then they react. Shouldn't you react to the guy that's in your zone before they throw the ball? Now I know someone else can flood into the zone, but that's going to be the responsibility of somebody else. You got to cover somebody. And it should be the first one that flashes in your zone. Yeah, we don't do that. Having eyes on the quarterback for us does not play well. Never had a chance. 05 says, same as last year. Cousins was bad all year except against the Bucs. Now he comes back to spank his short bus son. Ouch, babe. Ouch, babe. John Curcio says, what about the winning culture that's left over from Brady? Huh. Interesting.
What winning culture?
There was. I mean, there's this narrative that Brady, came here and taught the organization different ways to do things. And I believe that to be true.
Oh, I don't believe that.
And everybody that played with him, it was that Brady residue of just, uber competitive, uber prepared, no days off, all that. Right. And I do believe there's residue of that culture, but it has seemed to definitely wane. There's no question about it. It doesn't stay forever unless you practice it. And those leaders in the clubhouse are continuing to espouse that narrative and that level of dedication. I don't see that from this group.
Can I throw out maybe an unpopular Brady opinion?
Sure.
From an outsider who, until Brady won that Super Bowl with the Bucs, I'd never even closely considered him to be the greatest quarterback of all time. But the Bucs Super Bowl kind of changed my opinion of that, right?
Yeah.
Here is, especially in the time since he's retired and seeing him on TV and all of his escapades, I think Brady used the Bucs way more than the Bucs used Brady. Brady saw an opportunity with the Bucs to get a ring. Mm-hmm. He went to Tampa Bay. 100%. He won the ring. He doesn't give two shits about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers organization. He used them to get a Super Bowl ring.
No, right.
And further his legacy. And now he's done. I mean, you've told me stories about how he was with the team in the locker room and not being part of the team.
Yeah, I don't want to couch it like that. I mean, he was very much part of the team, but he never got into the community. He never, not like Baker, not like Mike, like all the rest of these guys. Vita, all the rest of he never got into the community.
He lived there, did he?
Yeah, he lived here, but never went out, never left his house. And I understand it's different for him. I totally understand that. But I also understand this is Tampa Bay. And nobody bothers you here. For the most part, nobody. This is not New York. This is not Miami. Yeah. So we allow our celebrities and athletes to walk around and run around, go to Publix and do whatever the hell they want without bothering them for the most part. We do. It's just something that's very natural to Tampa. We're not overly impressed with celebrity for the most part.
Right.
You're just if you want to be, you can be one of us. He didn't want to be. And I get it. That's fine. But I'm not going to sit here and act like he's taken to town like Baker Mayfield has. Not even close.
I mean, to me, his legacy of a winning culture in Tampa Bay would have been the fact that he won in Tampa Bay. Once he leaves the team, I don't know how that continues.
Well, like I said, there's still players that played with Brady. And, Mike Evans and others will tell you that they changed the way they worked out. They changed the way they take care of their body. They changed the way they do a lot of things because of Brady.
I get that.
And their attitude. So that's what I mean by that type of the culture remaining. But it has to be reinforced on a daily basis by your leadership.
It goes
and
away.
It doesn't appear to look like that on the field. It just doesn't. And this is the wonderful thing about football, if I may get a little nebulous here. It shows your underbelly. It exposes all of your flaws and all of your greatness because it is such a test of the complete human being. Mm-hmm. The complete human being. It is a grueling test of your toughness, your mental toughness, your physical toughness, your emotional toughness, your acumen, your ability to think under pressure, under physical pressure. And even if you played the game at a high school level like myself, you understand this. And you understand that there are times in a game where you can't play anymore. Like you can't walk. You just got hit on your leg. And you try to get off the field and the coach says, I got nobody else. You got to keep playing. And you keep playing. And you're like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. I didn't know I could do that. I pushed myself further than I thought I could go. And you have to routinely do that to be a great football player. You just do. It's the ultimate test. Well, to me, warfare, battle. Okay.
Right.
That's the ultimate test of what I'm talking about. Football's as close to that as you possibly can get, in my opinion, legally. So it tests you. And if you're not doing the absolute perfect process every day, time in and time out, somebody else is. And when you step out onto that field, it is uber competitive because of the money at hand. The money that's able, if you go out and you can make 5 or 6 plays a game, you are going to make more money than you ever thought possible. It is an unbelievable motivator. And it's competitive. And if you slip just a little bit, somebody's going to beat you. Somebody on the other side of the ball is going to beat you. And as a team, if you don't come together and another team's doing it the right way, they are going to make you look silly. So all these things that when you play a shitty game like the Bucs have done the last couple of weeks, and you put that out there, it tells me there's a lot of stuff going on. Guys aren't paying attention in meetings. Guys aren't being urgent about their preparation. Guys are not paying attention on the field to obvious checks. Guys are not communicating. Guys, these are things that losers do. I mean, losers in terms of losing football games, not humans. You're in the NFL. You're not a loser.
Right.
No, you're in the NFL. You're an exceptional person, human being for the most part, in terms to get there. You've worked your ass off. But once you get there, all these things come into play. And when you lose on Sunday, that's what it looks like. It tells you all the stuff that's going on during the week. You guys are taking too much time off. It's too easy over there. I think Todd Bowles is way too easy on his players. Any chance he gives them time off, it's time off. You can rest, by the way, at the facility in meetings. You can rest your bodies at the facility in meetings. But to me, it's football season. You guys get enough of time off. In their football season, I'm not going to bring you in here and run you, but you're going to be in the facility as many days as I can get you in there. It's football. You got the whole off season to jag around and do whatever. You want to get away from the game? That'll be the time. But during the season, I'm not giving you a whole week off for the off week. I'm going to have you in there. Every Monday off after a win, every chance he gets, every opportunity. Take a break. I'm a player's coach. I love you guys. Well, you guys need to return that to your coach because you are letting him down. If you want more days off, at the Bucs, it's more days off, not no days off. It's more days off. That's what the Bucs do. More days off. More days off. No. Other teams aren't taking that time off. I love these people personally, but this is disappointing. It's really disappointing. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back on the other side, get to more comments. Want to get to the Lightning as well. They played last night. Disappointing result again, but man, they're playing good hockey. Hey, we're brought to you by the great folks at Italiano Insurance. This is a great time to do your Italiano Insurance checkup at the end of the year. That's when you call them at 813-877-7799. Hey, can you shop my homeowner's insurance? Can you shop my business insurance? And make sure you have business insurance. If you started a side hustle, you got to have business insurance or people can sue you and you can lose your personal wealth, lose your house, lose everything. Got to have business insurance, folks. If you have auto insurance, let them shop that around as well. Make sure you have flood insurance. The whole checklist, they'll go through it for you. You don't have to worry about it. Italiano Insurance, call them up, tell them JP said I need to do my annual insurance checkup. They will hook you up. 813-877-7799. Back in 3. Stay with us. You know, holidays are the best time to get engaged because all the family's already together. And at the Golden Diamond Source, they have thousands of diamonds to choose from in their jewelry wonderland. Looking for a gift that says forever? Find stunning engagement rings, diamond earrings, diamond bracelets, the most stylish gold fashion jewelry. And there's plenty for men in their new men's section and watch department. There's something for everyone on your list. And don't settle for anything less than perfection. At the Golden Diamond Source, they make it easy to give a gift they'll never forget. They wrap it up nice for you. You don't have to do any of that, guys. And they have a great staff there. You may not know what to get your lovely wife or girlfriend, but they do. Let them do the work. Hey, finance your purchase for 0% interest for up to 5 years. You could get a $5,000 diamond for only $84 a month. Don't go to the mall. Go to a local company and keep it local this Christmas at the Golden Diamond Source. 3800 Ulmerton Road. Always online at thegoldendiamondsource.com.
Some love you give only at Golden Diamond Source.
JP here for the Jeeves Law Group and my man Scott Jeeves. If you're going to hire an attorney, do you want some guy looking for a quick settlement and a quick buck, or do you want an attorney with some chops? Scott is a board-certified civil trial lawyer and a certified circuit court mediator. Been practicing in the Tampa Bay area for over 30 years. He is a peer-reviewed AV preeminent-rated civil trial lawyer. They just don't hand out those classifications. He's been the lead class action counsel on many complex consumer protection cases and has handled hundreds of serious personal injury cases. He's dedicated his career to protecting injured victims and is committed to vigorously representing you. We're local, we're trusted, and we get results. Personal injury and personal attention. Call for a free case evaluation. That's 888-9-JEEVES. That's 888-9-JEEVES. The Jeeves Law Group. Welcome to Kingmakers, home of the JP Peterson Show studio and Tampa's premier business networking and social club for members only. By day, it's an exclusive, vibrant co-working space with a stylish conference room, focus rooms, a full production studio, and an in-house marketing team. And by night, Kingmakers transforms into a sports-centric social hub with a full sports bar, golf simulator, and exclusive events. For young entrepreneurs and seasoned professionals, it's the perfect place to work hard, play hard, and make big moves in Midtown Tampa. Close the deal, celebrate the win. Only at Kingmakers. Become a member today at kingmakerstampa.com. Your business, your club. JP here for Third Generation AC and Plumbing. And Third Generation really says it all, folks. The owner, my friend John Rodriguez, has been in the AC and plumbing business since 1995. They built their business on honest assessments and doing great work on time for a great price. Simple, right? Did you know many AC techs are incentivized on big commissions to sell new AC units and you might just need a drain cleared? So if you want someone you can trust, that's John Rodriguez in Third Generation Services. Check out the 5-star Google reviews. If you have a plumbing or AC emergency, call 813-961-8024 and a human will answer the phone. That's 813-961-8024 or go to thirdgenerationplumbing.com.
Ciao, Paolo Tini here, owner of Caffè Paradiso, voted number 3 People's Choice Award on Open Table. I want to thank all our loyal family of customers that have been enjoying our great traditional Italian dishes we make from scratch every day. It's a great family story we're proud of. Our family moved from Rimini, Italy in 1984. My dad, Caesar, started Donatello, and that's where I got the start in the restaurant business. I started Caffè Paradiso on South McDill in 1995, and we've been there ever since. From our traditional ossobuco, a veal slow roast for 4 hours, to our daily fresh catch, the Gruppo Paradiso, with a piccata sauce and lobster claw meat, homemade pasta like lasagna, farfalle salchicha, which is a bow tie pasta homemade with fresh sausage. Hold on a minute, JP's favorite.
I love it.
So come and have a glass of wine with me on South McDill. Get a reservation on Open Table and see all our 5-star reviews. Ciao, see you soon at Paradiso.
Let's go.
Right now. Back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show. Sorry. Checking my Twitter. My Twitter. Hey, welcome back. Brought to you by the great folks at Riveters. Riveters is your place to go party and pregame before Thursday night's Bucs Falcons game. Why do you say that, JP? Well, because it's easy walk to the stadium, less than a mile. It's going to be a beautiful night, hopefully. And they have the best food, the best prices. You can go to happy hour, 3 to 7. Get $3 domestics, $5 wells, $5 hazy IPAs, by the way, but they make right there. Absolutely phenomenal. You can get the $12 wings. You get 8 wings for $12, and the big wings. It's a meal, folks, and it's the best wings. So many great specials during their happy hour, and the food is absolutely tremendous. So go to Riveters before the game. Anytime is a great time to go to Rivers. Go watch some hockey tonight at Riveters, and you can watch all the games right there. Love Riveters, Tampa, just north of 275 on Dale Mabry, just south of the stadium. All right. Let's get to some more of the wonderful chats in here. Or wait, let's do some sounds, shall we? Then we'll get to more comments.
One of those wouldn't load, so I got the other 2 here.
Oh, while we're doing Bucs, let me just want to play this. This is Liam Cohen, our former offensive coordinator, who many of us wanted to be the head coach. Speaking of energy, this was his post-game speech after going 9-4 and beating the division rival Colts. Still a taste.
That's how y'all set that. Guys, so proud of you, man. So proud of you. Talk about complimentary football at its finest. Complimentary football. All 3 phases dominate. All 3 phases straight dominate. Guys, I'm so proud of you. Man, that's a big win, baby. That's a big win.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. I watched that and I went, man. Listen, I love Todd, but this is it's turned out to be kind of
have that. Is that what you're saying? You'd rather have that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather have some fire, man. And I've seen Bowles in some of the post-game wins. He gets it going a little bit.
I mean, 63 years old.
What's that?
He's 63 years old.
I know.
Although Pete Carroll's 72, and you'll see a lot of that out of Pete Carroll, but where's that getting him right now?
It's just not, it's not who Todd is. And I get it. He's won division titles, but, his record as a head coach here and at New York is not great.
No,
it's not. Barely over 500, 1-3 in the playoffs. Tony Dungy had a way better record and got fired. John Gruden had a way better record and got fired. The only reason you have the division titles is because you're in the worst division in football by far. With that record, in any other division over the past 4 years, you wouldn't have won it once. I think one other division, one or two other divisions over the 4-year period. That's part of it. It's an emotional game played by emotional, highly driven men. And I feel like your leader just has to be a little bit more emotional and plugged in and relatable to the players. Not relatable like I love him like a dad.
Best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's my dad. He gives me lots of time off. I just don't think that gets it done in this day and age.
Look, I understand the Todd Bowles situation. I'm on the same page, right? Like, I don't think he's the guy. I don't think he ever was the guy. And unfortunately, he's found just enough success to stay there. But I think that's gone after this year. I think he's gone. But that being said, man, I want no part of Liam Cohen anywhere near my organization.
Why?
That dude is the biggest snake in the grass.
Because of the way he left?
That's part of it. But JP, you know, we've heard things about
dude,
him.
You've been around this long.
You've
been around this long, and you've seen how these coaches operate and get new jobs. Yeah. And you think what he did was out of line?
No, it was in line with the industry.
Well, then what are we talking about?
I want him anywhere near my team.
Wow. All right.
That dude's the biggest snake in the grass
Based
among
on
many snakes
the way
in
he
a
left,
lot of grass.
Based on the way he left Tampa Bay.
Well, that and other things that we've heard about him, that's just how he operates. If that's the case, I don't want him anywhere near me and my team and my daughter.
I wouldn't let him take my daughter. I didn't say that. But I'll let him coach my football team. Yeah. To have your play caller as your head coach and not have to go get a new OC every freaking year, have some continuity to your offense, and it's an offensive league. I can go hire a DC. And by the way, a much better DC than Todd Bowles is right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, and that's another issue.
This might save the day. Keith Kunzig. You may know him as the Hall of Fame fan, Big Nasty. He said, fan base needs a jolt. JPP is back. You think Big Nasty has one more game in him, JP and TJ? TNF, I'm coming back. LFG. All right. Well, there we go. Big Nasty's coming back for the creamsicle game. Maybe JPP and Big Nasty, maybe we got a shot. Maybe we got a shot. Can we bring back Shaq Barrett in his prime as well, and Ndamukong Suh, Levante David from 5 years ago? Yeah, that was a nasty defense. Back when Winfield was making plays. Michael LaRue says, all offseason, the Bucs kept saying Reddick would fix the pass rush and Servassier would fix the pass defense. Were they saying that because it was the best they could do, or did they actually believe it? It's a good question, Michael. You drafted Servassier. He showed you something the first 5 games of last year, 4 games, whatever it was, before he got hurt. You thought you saw a lot in practice from him that you thought was really, really good. And then when he came out and he couldn't play. Again, nothing exposes you like the NFL. You could simulate things in practice, and you thought you had it in the first 4 games. Sometimes guys lose their confidence. Yeah. I thought they were good too. I thought Servassier was going to be really good in coverage because I saw it the year before. He's not. Or he's lost his confidence, or he's lost a step or something. I don't know. Maybe the injury took a toll.
Yeah.
Levante, it was always going to be, Father Time was going to catch it at some point. Last year he played pretty well. This year has not been good. Father Time caught up with him. And that was always a possibility. John Curcio says, Levante moves like Frankenstein. He should have been upgraded a couple of years ago. I thought he played really well last year. But
yeah, everybody was so happy to have him back and talk him out of retirement.
I think you needed a backup plan, though. A better one than you had.
You didn't have one.
Yeah, you really didn't. Well, I think Anthony, what was his name? Anthony from the Dolphins that we got from the Dolphins. Or Anthony Wright, I forget. It was anyway him.
Yeah.
And who we got rid of before the season started. So that clearly wasn't the answer either.
No.
Lottie Wilkins says the Bucs got a long way to go in a short time to get there. They're going to do what they set can be done. Do what they set can't be done there, Smokey. Lottie has confidence. Listen, TJ's right. You come out and beat a bad Falcons team on Thursday night and do it impressively, then you're right back where you need to be. And you get some confidence going into Carolina. I just don't, from what I've seen, I just have no confidence they could beat anybody. You lost to the Saints. Who can you beat? And this team this quarterback has your number. He knows the defense that you run. I would highly suggest, Todd, that you do something different than you did last year. Shake it up. Shake it up. It's funny. This Ibuka catch is crazy. By the way, aviation 1436. No one's having fun out there, that's for sure. Formerly known as Jeff B says bad ball and terrible catch. It can't be both. He was wide open. It was a great freaking route. God, Ibuka runs great routes. Great routes. Aviation says strongly disagree. Have to catch that ball 2,000 out of 2,000 times. I agree. It's the easiest catch to make.
It was catchable.
Got to give him more screens. No, please, no more wide receiver screens.
That's how
he turned and jumped for the ball. He turned and jumped for the ball. Yeah, NFL receivers have to turn and jump for the ball. My ass can do that at 62. Turn and jump for a ball.
See you catch that ball, JP.
Easy.
You would not have. You wouldn't even have touched the ball. It would have been so far over your head.
I'd still be at the 10-yard line making my move. And then blowing out my knee while I did it.
Yeah.
But certainly, I could run straight and turn and catch a ball right in my face mask. That's the easiest catch to make. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Why do you think
He's
it
an
was
NFL
on his
receiver.
Face mask?
What's that?
Why do you think it was on his face mask?
It was. It was right
if
there.
If it was on his face mask, you would have had to jump 3 feet in the air.
Mask. If it's up there, that's on your face mask. This is a high throw. This is not a high throw.
He jumped 2 feet in the air, and it was still 2 feet over his head.
Oh, dude, what tape are you watching?
What game did you watch?
Go get the play. Go get the play.
Are you watching through Saints-colored glasses?
Deion Jones should be on the couch. You got that right.
A lot of guys.
We already read that one. Our linebacker since Bowles don't put the fear into any team. That's true. They don't hit anybody, and they're easily blocked. Yeah, everyone's going to be betting on the over on Kirk Cousins over 210 passing. Yeah, easy.
Oh God, yeah.
James says, JP, if they watch tape and coaches see what the issue is, why not change things? Why not be aggressive and attack a wooden Indian quarterback Cousins? Why play into his strength and play zone? Why not blitz 6 or 7? I'm with you, brother. I mean, yeah, he can beat the blitz, but I don't care. He could definitely beat the zone. That we've seen.
Why the hatred for wooden Indians? That's a cut down for wooden Indians.
They are a persecuted group. I would say that.
Even the wooden ones?
Sergio Biltres says, we need to win Thursday. If Evans and J-Mac are cleared, they need to play. Oh, yes. Like, this is a must win. This is all hands on deck. I totally agree. If Evans is ready, get him out there. J-Mac, get him out there. JPP, get him out there. Anybody, all hands on deck. Cody Green says the Dolphins are playing good football. That's going to be a tough game. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Absolutely 100%. But they don't have to win it because it's an AFC game. All they got to do is beat Carolina twice and they're in. Mr. King says, I've never watched the Bucs win in person. I'm going to the Thursday game. Guess that means they'll lose again. Well, so we got a lot of things going against us. Mr. King is going to the game. We're wearing creamsicles. We can't slow down the wooden Indian Kirk Cousins. I don't know how we're favored, to be honest with you.
Sounds racist.
Doesn't it? Aviation says Tyke, he's the only one that flies around. You know why? You know why Tyke looks different out there? Because he played for Kirby effing Smart. Have you ever heard Kirby in the locker room? Ever heard one of his locker room speeches? He said something the other day that I had to laugh. I retweeted. He said, when it comes to the portal, when it comes to the portal, we lose guys. But mostly they run away because of the physical nature of this program. Because from day one you come in here, we talk about knocking your dick in the dirt. We are going to knock the slobber out of you. That is what the Georgia program is all about. Not so much this year. They don't have the players to do it, but that's certainly their attitude. And they fly around. Even these less talented players, they fly around. And that's the program he came up in it. And it's completely different than this one. I don't hear these guys ever preaching physicality like they do with Georgia. I mean, Kirby's maniacal about it. Maniacal. And that's why he stands out on this defense.
JP, I have something for you here.
Oh, what do you have? What do you have? There we go.
That's on his face mask.
Where's the ball? The ball's not to him yet.
The ball is 2 feet above his head. Look at it.
It's not even to him yet.
Look at the ball.
The camera is from above. The camera is from above.
That's on his face mask.
Let it play.
Like it's a still picture.
All right. Well, it doesn't tell me anything.
It tells
from that angle. It doesn't tell me anything.
What are you looking at?
It doesn't tell me anything. The ball's not there, and from that angle, it comes down and hits him in the hands.
The ball is there. It's right above his head.
No, it's not. Let it play out. It hit his hands. From that angle, it looks like it's never going to hit his hands, and it hit his hands.
Oh my God! Yes, I know it hit his hands.
Well, then that's a. Right. The ball's not in his hands right there. But if you let it play forward, it will hit his hands. Therefore, it will never hit his hands. What are you talking about? The ball hit his hands.
Yes, above his head, not in the face mask.
Okay, let it play. The ball is coming down. It's called gravity.
I don't know what gravity is. What are you talking about? What is this gravity? We live on a flat earth, JP.
All right, go get a video copy.
Hang on, I got one here, but it's like it's best I can find, and it's going to be hard, but you're still going to argue it. It doesn't matter.
I have a still picture that says Calgary scored in the first overtime in 2004.
They
but
did.
Because of the angle, it's a lie. You got to have the right angle.
That's what she said.
Yes.
All right, here you go.
All right, here we go. To definitively.
Let's see if I can pause it.
22. Not a great angle. Boom, right in the hands. Right in the hands.
His hands are clearly above his head.
Yes, just barely above his head.
Oh my God.
Easy catch.
I'm going to find another
Easy catch. You got the ground angle or the TV copy?
I'm looking.
Meanwhile, B says, like you don't think Levante is tired of covering after Dennis and he gets disciplined while Dennis doesn't? Yeah, I wonder that either. Yeah, he's been trying to make up for Dennis the whole time, and it's hard. Will JPP make a difference, you think, says Steven Soper? No, he won't. And if he does, that's a further indictment of your defense, I think. Further indictment. Nathan says the Bucs lost because JP missed out on the jambalaya. I blame Ashley. Couldn't get out of bed on Sunday, a dreary day, and she didn't want to get her Louis Vuitton boots muddy, so I blame her. She's gonna be mad at me. She does want matching G70 and G80 for Genesis. So, Mike, let's get on that.
Dude, those G80s are badass, man.
Badass.
I pulled up behind one of those yesterday, and I was like, what in the hell is that?
All right, so Michael's on your side. Michael Uru says, I was in the end zone. The throw to Mecca was high and behind him. He did twist his body and got both hands on it, but he tried catching it and land on his feet instead of selling out and laying out for it.
Yeah.
Well, I go by Ibuka, and he said he should have had it easy.
Well, no, I'm not disputing that he shouldn't have caught it. I'm not saying he shouldn't have caught it. I'm saying it was not a great throw. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't say it was a great throw. I said it was very catchable. Very catchable.
See, very catchable. I don't agree with that either. Catchable, yes. Not very catchable.
Danny Boy Kane says, good morning. New trial's been ordered for Wando Franco down in Dominican. And you know what? I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
No matter what you say, JP, Baker has been very inaccurate since the bye. Oh, I agree with that. He has been inaccurate. When did I say he wasn't? I said since the bye, he's been bad. And sometimes maybe I misspoke. No, he has been beat up and he has been inaccurate since the bye, and probably a little earlier than that.
Yeah.
To be quite honest. Yeah, he's been hurt. Listen, you can't get a left shoulder AC joint oblique. Oblique is terrible for a quarterback. Every time you throw the ball, it hurts. And that's where getting velocity on the throw is all about the torque of your oblique. And yeah. And then you have your knee injury on your plant leg. All of that is going to seriously affect your mechanics in throwing a football. So yes, he has been inaccurate. I totally agree. This particular throw was not perfect. Definitely not perfect, especially when you have a guy that's open. But you have a safety coming over, so you can't just lob it out there like many of you have suggested. Can't do that. You don't have to, throw it on a total line, but that pass was good enough to catch. And listen, Baker can't do it all. Guys got to make fucking plays. Godwin had it right in his hands. You dropped it.
Yeah.
You dropped a touchdown and a fourth down and another touchdown. But it changes everything if you make these catches. And I feel like Baker's like, if Baker doesn't, make 7 guys miss on 3rd and 14, we're not moving the chains. How about somebody get the F open? How about somebody block up the middle of the interior so he doesn't have to run for his life every time he hits his back foot? How about somebody running back make somebody miss in space and go? How about somebody make a block on the edge? It's like they're all sitting around waiting for Baker to do something superhuman. Why don't you go out and do something superhuman? There's damn 11 of you out there. Make an effing play.
It's coaching,
K-Dotton. It's K-Dotton. What are you doing? Go back and look at that 4th down play. And it's not a great throw by Baker, by the way, but of course he's being rushed and, out of the pocket. But the Mario Davis is like 5 yards away from you. Like, catch the ball, roll over, and get the first down. Like, make a freaking play. You're an athlete. Make a play. Coach used to say that all the time. We can put you guys in the right positions, but at some point, you got to make a play as an athlete. That's what you get paid for. Go make a freaking play. Steven Soper says, why do the Bucs hire OC is learning on the job? His play calling is horrible. Well, they've done that the last 2 years, and it's worked out. This year, I can't get on Grizz because of all the injuries that he's had to deal with. It's really difficult to call plays. It's even more difficult to call plays when you have about half the guys that you normally have.
Well, and a seasoned veteran offensive coordinator and play caller might be able to adapt a little bit, right, to what he's got to work with. But a first-year guy, I don't expect that from him.
So Miller Thomas says, since the bye, look up his entire career. We're talking about Baker Mayfield. You guys want to go at me now with Baker Mayfield? You want to look up his numbers the last 2 years? He's led the league in touchdown passes. Get out of here.
Yeah, that's
Baker's plenty good enough. Incredible runner, great leader, tremendous arm. When he's in the right situation, is he Josh Allen? No. Is he Patrick Mahomes? No. Is he just a notch below? Yes. Is he good enough? Yes, absolutely. Has he had a rough go the last few weeks? Yeah, he has. And maybe the head coach should give him a break and try to heal him up, or should have tried to heal him up the last few weeks. Maybe against Buffalo, maybe against the Rams. Let him sit for a while. When you know the end of your season are the games you have to win. That's the way I would have managed it, but that's just me. All right, let us take one more break. When we come back, we'll finish up with the comments. And I got a little Rob Higgins I want to play for you. Maybe we'll get a little Hartline in here as well. I know we did the press conference yesterday, but we will step on that when we come back. Quick break here. We are brought to you by the great folks at Third Generation Plumbing and American Standard Heating and Cooling. They are the dynamic duo that will get the job done for your HVAC needs. That is thirdgenerationplumbing.com and American Standard Heating and Cooling, the most durable, the best units on the market. So if you're looking for a new AC, don't wait till the heat of the summer to replace it, guys. If you know it's on its last legs, do it now. You'll get a better price and great installation from thirdgenerationplumbing.com. Give them a call. Tell them JP sent you. Back in 3. Italiano Insurance would like to congratulate the Bucs on their 50th anniversary season. And you know what? We've been here for every season and then some, over 60 years in business. We've seen some smart coaches with great game plans, but if you don't have flood insurance or business insurance, that's a terrible game plan. That could ruin you financially. You don't want to take that L. So call 813-877-7799 and let their friendly agents quarterback your insurance and save you big money. Italiano also sponsors our FSU report every week, so go Noles. 813-877-7799 or go to italianoinsurance.com. Experience the art of driving at Genesis of Tampa, where luxury meets innovation and every detail is crafted for you. From the bold G70 to the refined GV80, Genesis delivers power, elegance, and technology years ahead of its time. Book service online, and our Genesis Experience advisors will pick you up and drop off your vehicle. If available, you can enjoy a courtesy car while yours gets a complimentary interior vacuum plus a generous offer for your trade. Every new Genesis comes with the Miracle Advantage Plan, 10 years or 250,000 miles of powertrain warranty and 4 years of complimentary maintenance. Visit us at 801 East Bears Avenue or online at genesisoftampa.com. Genesis of Tampa, luxury redefined. Although it may seem tempting to go without health care insurance, the financial risk far outweighs the gain you may experience. For example, did you know if you simply broke your leg, it could cost you nearly $7,500? Put on top of that a hospital stay, you could be looking at $10,000 to $15,000. Ensuring that you don't go uncovered is so important, as according to CNBC, high medical bills are the highest contributing factor to why Americans end up taking money out of their retirement savings or worse, find themselves filing bankruptcy. So go to don'tgouncovered.com or call 800-669-1505. Now, depending on your income, you can get plans for zero premium. Our experts will guide you through the process effortlessly. They will shop many plans and find the one that's right for you. I called and I have full health coverage through Florida Blue for zero monthly premium. It's a free call. So why go uncovered? It's a huge risk. Go to don'tgouncovered.com or call 800-669-1505. That's 800-669-1505. You know, holidays are the best time to get engaged because all the family's already together. And at the Golden Diamond Source, they have thousands of diamonds to choose from in their jewelry wonderland. Looking for a gift that says forever? Find stunning engagement rings, diamond earrings, diamond bracelets, the most stylish gold fashion jewelry. And there's plenty for men in their new men's section and watch department. There's something for everyone on your list. And don't settle for anything less than perfection. At the Golden Diamond Source, they make it easy to give a gift they'll never forget. They wrap it up nice for you. You don't have to do any of that, guys. And they have a great staff there. You may not know what to get your lovely wife or girlfriend, but they do. Let them do the work. Hey, finance your purchase for 0% interest for up to 5 years. You could get a $5,000 diamond for only $84 a month. Don't go to the mall. Go to a local company and keep it local this Christmas at the Golden Diamond Source. 3800 Ulmerton Road. Always online at thegoldendiamondsource.com. Hey, think about the greatest tandems in sports. Montana to Rice, Brady to Gronk, Baker to Mike Evans. Well, here's a new one. Third Generation Plumbing and American Standard Heating and Cooling Units. Our split systems offer the highest efficiency available while reducing energy bills and maximizing comfort. Third Generation Plumbing can handle anything mechanical around the house, plumbing, AC, whatever. and they install the best American Standard heating and cooling units, built to last, made to perform. Whether it's a new install or an emergency repair, our family-owned team brings 3 generations of trusted service to your home, now with the unmatched reliability of American Standard heating and cooling. So don't wait for the summer heat to return. We've got you covered. Call Third Generation Plumbing and American Standard Heating and Cooling, 813-961-8024. That's 813-961-8024, or go to thirdgenerationplumbing.com.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show, brought to you by the great folks at Cafe Paradiso. If you're looking for a great meal this week, especially for the holidays, if you want to take your honey out for some special occasion, or if you're going to do a little Christmas party, friends in town or whatever, you want to go out for a great meal, go to Cafe Paradiso. It is great service, which is so important for a meal. Absolutely, right? And also the food is fantastic. They've been, single dish preparing there forever. And the food is absolutely tremendous. Timmy knows. We went there. We had a great meal.
Oh my God.
So when it's holiday time and it's family time and you want to get just a real comfortable place to go, none of the BS, it's Cafe Paradiso right there on South McDill. A wonderful, wonderful place. All right. So I have this from my YouTube people here. Let me see what we got here.
You have YouTube people? Yeah. You're just making my point for me, JP.
Listen to the announcers.
It's an out and up. He gets the corner to jump all over it. It's a touchdown. It's a walk-in.
Yes.
Could Baker watch this? It's going to be a quick little out and up. He's able to get inside the corner.
What a move.
Great move, by the way.
Maybe a little bit too hard under the conditions, but
wasn't too hard. It was too high.
Baker's going to catch 9 times out of 10.
9 times out of 10.
I said that. I
All
said
right.
he was.
Well, then you agree with me.
10.
All right, I'm going to bring in the swing vote here.
I don't know why we're arguing. I got it. I'll do it. I got it.
The great Arestis Estrada, who played some tight end in his high school days, right?
No, I played basketball, and I had great hands in basketball.
That's
but
right.
My dad would not allow, my Cuban father would not allow me to play football because he thought I'd get hurt. He's probably right.
He thought you get hurt. 6'3", 260 pounds.
In high school.
6'4", sorry. I keep 6'5", 6'5", 280.
Yeah.
That's
I like it, actually. That's more to it. More like 280.
And what do you say?
What I say is that
don't be cleaning it up now because you just.
I'm trying to think of a good way, the analogy to compare it. That is like Cafe Paradiso should have been caught just like like every plate.
It's a meatball. It's like a meatball.
It's a meatball.
It's an easy meatball.
It's a meatball. Here's the thing, Hamm, that I would say. If he makes that catch, nobody's saying that what an incredible catch, because it was a terribly thrown ball.
I agree.
No, they're saying if he makes the catch. So when you see an incredible catch, you go, yeah, it really was a bad thrown ball. What an incredible catch that was. It just would have been a catch.
No, and I said 9 times out of 10.
Perfectly thrown?
Yeah, I just said it was a
It
bad
wasn't
throw.
perfectly thrown, but it was.
No, let's
a
move
bad
on.
throw is a bad throw. That wasn't a perfect throw, but it was so
high.
catchable and not even ridiculous.
It was 7.
All right, Jimmy J. Voyager. Hamm came up with like a still shot that made it look like the ball's like 40 feet above his head. Said, "Stay." I'm like, let's watch the video.
Hamm
Okay.
is AI.
Yeah, he is. He's got that AI working too. Jimmy J. Voyager, the super chat says, any updates on the Rays, Orestes Estrada? Winter meetings seem quite till a big name drops. We got some
big name dropped.
Big name drops.
Mecca
Big name dropped.
What happened?
Kyle Schwarber is staying.
Did you hear what Omo said? Like a buka.
Yeah.
Dropped.
Oh, wow. I missed that. Dang, my ear didn't hear that good little Hamm slider on the block.
It was a slider. He got in there. And
I have a slider mentioned, too, because the big name drop, Kyle Schwarber staying with the Philadelphia Phillies for.
Schwarber staying with the Phillies?
Staying with the Phillies, man. 5-year, $150 million. Nice and happy. And if you think about it,
wow, $30 million. You don't even have to play the field.
He doesn't have to play the field, and
smash.
And also, really, when you start thinking about it too, he lives in Tampa.
Yeah,
right. Where's spring training?
Here.
Clearwater.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's another little cushy kind of thing to kind of say, yeah, if I'm going to get 30 million from this guy and 30 million from a team that I already know very well, the fan base loves me. I've crushed at that stadium. It's a really homer friendly stadium. I
don't have to go do spring training in Port Charlotte or some dump
ouch.
Like that.
Yeah. No, you just stay, you don't have to move. You stay home and then you go to Philly and you crush again. That makes a lot of sense. And applause to Kyle. But you know why? Because he's a really good guy.
We love him.
Involved even here locally in the community and doing other things. So let's
get him in studio.
Deal. And that is something. Yeah, I'll reach out to him. That is something that I think will just kind of catapult and already did. Oh, by the way, you're talking about the Hamm slider that he just threw us. Edwin Diaz, and he of the best slider in closing in the world for the last several years. 3 years, $69 million with the Los Angeles Dodgers.
The Dodgers.
So wow. The Dodgers
get richer, baby.
They
had one weakness, and it's no more a weakness.
Here's the irony. They technically didn't have that weakness when they started the season last year. Right. They shored up with, so it really, they ended up having a bad closing, season. And in fact, obviously had to turn and make Roki Sasaki their closer at the end of September and into October. So now they just went in and said, forget about it. We got enough money. We're just going to go get the best guy in the world to close games.
And they got him.
So that's it. And the question as far as whoever our beloved fan there was, Steven Matz, he of former starter, now turned reliever, who had a really good season, with a 3.05 ERA, 53 appearances through somewhere around 60-something innings, is going to sign a 2-year deal with the Rays. So the Rays shoring up their own bullpen a little bit with a veteran. 35 years old. That kind of snuck up on me. I didn't know that's I think of Stevie. I think of little Stevie Matz, who came up, with the Mets and stuff like that. Was a lot younger, but he's been around for a while.
Yeah.
He's a veteran.
Yeah.
Getting old.
So some movement, but nothing. Yeah. Getting old does suck. And the rich getting richer sucks too.
Philly's got a lot of money.
Are they going to talk about this, you think, at all? I mean, obviously there'll be a press conference at the winter meetings, and Manfred will do it. And obviously with the labor situation coming up, there's got to be some talk about a salary cap, salary floor, making a even playing field for baseball, because it's reached a saturation point. Let's just be honest. Half the league is not even they got no shot
in the game.
They got no shot really to unless everything goes perfect for you. You get absolutely no injuries. The ball bounces your way. And for some teams that happens, but for 162 plus the playoffs, it's not going to happen. It's going to be the Yankees and the Dodgers and the Blue Jays and these top 10 payroll clubs, because they're so far ahead.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just we're at 80, 90 million. They're at 170. They're at $400 million.
Well over 300
350, 250, 7. I mean, it's ridiculous. And they're not, like, all of them are in our division.
And when you think about it, also, if you're a guy that, you have the hammer, like a Kyle Schwarber, a Kyle Tucker, an Edwin Diaz, not only do you know that the money's going to be there, but you can actually pick the team that has not only the most money, but the most resources to do what? Win.
Yeah.
So,
well, if you're Kyle,
Pirates said they were going to pay, they were willing to pay. The Pittsburgh Pirates came out and said, we're willing to pay Kyle Schwarber $30 million a year.
Yeah.
So he signs for $30 million a year.
Right.
But he's not going to Pittsburgh.
Well, because he knows he's got no protection in the lineup.
No protection, because they can't. That $30 million. So what? They're not going to spend any more around me. So you look at Edwin Diaz, who was making, I think, 21 or 22.
Yeah.
So he goes to the Dodgers for 23. He opts out of the last 2 years of his deal, right, at $21 million. Doesn't really jump up that much. All that he did was add an extra year.
Yeah.
But he's going to where?
eaten up in taxes in California.
Well, true, but he's
And
going
lifestyle.
to a team that he's getting eaten up pretty heavy too in New York too,
That's
but
true.
not
Yeah.
as much as California. But they're close.
Yeah.
But it's
not a money play.
It's not a money play.
Right.
He added an extra year. He was looking for 5, was willing to take 4, takes 3, but he knows that he's got a championship in there somewhere.
That's right.
And so that's another manipulative type thing that's happening with the money not being in parity.
All right, guys, much more of that coming up on the O Show, 12:30 to 1:30, thereabouts-ish.
Yeah.
12:30-ish. We'll probably get started on time today. So
That means
join us
1
for that.
o'clock,
Jimmy
by
J.
the way, for
Voyager,
all of you on the
thank
East
you for
Coast.
your super chat.
Trust me, I watch.
Ramon, you're full of it today.
He
I
is,
love
man.
it.
He is.
Well, we were both full of piss and
He's
vinegar
saucy.
today. Yeah. All right, so that'll do it for us here today. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate TJ Rives coming on. Great job, Hamon. We appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow on the JP Peterson Show.
Nice.
You know when. By the way, Trent Cooper, producer of Raise the Flags, the Bucs documentary, will be joining us at 11 o'clock tomorrow. You do not want to miss that.
That sounds good.
Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for about half an hour.